Like I was saying, I kind of planned out the whole opening for today's episode in my head. Not even in my head, while I was talking to myself while driving the other day, and I didn't write any of it down, and I've forgotten everything I was going to say. So,
well, I was at work the other day, and I was bugging these customers as they're going through, making jokes about every product they have, and they're just looking at me. So there's 3 customers, the cashier and myself. I look over and I said, "Sorry, my job here is to make a pun about every item we have." So the guy picked up the Kraft Parmesan cheese and goes, "Do you have a pun about this?" And he said something really, really kind of dumb. He wasn't all that funny. I picked it up, and they're all chatting because they were laughing at his joke. Other people must have found him funny, but I think it's just because they're related to him, kind of like how you guys find me funny sometimes.
We're not related to you, though.
Yeah. So I picked up the cheese, and I said, "Sorry. Every joke I've ever tried to make for this product has just turned out cheesy." And all 4 of them in unison went, "Oh." Now, you know what the best part is? The cashier turned around just as they're leaving and goes, "Have you ever made 4 people groan at once?" I said, "Well, not in this scenario, no."
Mm.
We are Beer Casuals.
So while you were telling that story, it occurred to me something that I was going to do but haven't done yet. I'll do it before I release this episode. I need to make an intro for a recurring segment that's been happening on our show a lot. I'm going to call it Almost Exciting Work Stories with Al. Or almost exciting or almost interesting? I think interesting. Almost interesting work stories with Al. It's time for Almost Interesting Work Stories with Al.
Well, we can add this. I mean, I was at the garden center door the other day, and
Are the flowers out now?
No, we opened up the garden center, but right now it's just pavement.
The flowers in the baked goods section.
No, it's, yeah, okay. So the guy comes out, and you're not allowed to take any items outside the store, so I said, "I'm sorry, you have to leave this over here." So he made a joke. He had some Quick Oats, and goes, "Well, we don't want this to go out there because I guess it was going to rain. It wasn't raining at the moment. We don't want this to get wet. It'll
expand."
Yeah, and I said, "Yeah, it'll happen pretty fast too." And he looked at me and I said, "Yeah, I said it's going to happen pretty fast too." And he walked out, and then he looked back and goes, "Yeah, I get it." And as he walked out the door, I said, "Well, at least the oats were quick."
Thanks, Al. That was almost interesting. So that was a fun story as well. So I'm going to open up.
Wow, that was terrible.
So I'm going to open up because, you know what, here's what we're going to open with. We're going to open with 2 work stories from Al, which we've already had. And now we're going to move into, what did I call this segment last week? Welcome to the ever-expanding world of Al.
Trying too hard. Oh, right.
So I found some more news stories. I've been keeping an eye out. So here's this week's news in Al. So news story number 1. Al is reimagining the way we play role-playing games, which is almost applicable to this podcast. So would you like to expand on that, Al?
No.
No? You're keeping it secret for when it all comes out?
Can you read it again? Sorry, I'll listen this time.
So Al is reimagining the way we play role-playing games.
Yeah, I think we should all do it naked.
Well, that's unfortunate.
No, they actually have a hardcore challenge of naked characters.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Like in WoW?
Yeah.
Did you come up with that?
No.
Oh, okay. So it said
do I look that bright?
Well, I mean, according to the internet, you do a lot of things. You're quite bright according to the internet.
Yeah.
So next story, and this one came as a surprise to me because I had been trying to get you to watch Attack on Titan for, a couple of years now, and you haven't. And according to this news story, apparently you've been watching it because it says, "We asked Al if Aaron's actions were justified in Attack on Titan, and the answer was unexpected." So what is your take? Were his actions justified?
No.
They weren't?
No.
Oh. Would you like to elaborate on that?
Sure. He should have given the guy a few more seconds and not just shoot right away. Oh, sorry. That's the opening of the show, Justified.
No. If Aaron's actions were justified in Attack on Titan, if that thing that he did at the end was that good?
I mean, they could have done it with a little more tact, but no, it's the way I would have done it.
Oh, that's good to know. So now here we go. See, I didn't even know you knew this guy. This is kind of impressive. Apparently, Tim Cook was just asked about Al. His 3-word response was the best I've heard yet. I didn't know you. Do you know Tim Cook well?
Yeah, he's a world-renowned comedian, and he really likes my jokes.
I didn't even know Tim Cook was funny.
He's not as funny as me, of course, but yeah.
And is there one more?
He's related to Tim Taylor by first names.
First name brothers. Okay. And the last one here, I think I said the last one was the last one, but this one's the last one. Apparently, Al is coming for your web browser, and here's how to use it.
They misquoted me.
No, we're not gonna go further. That joke already fell flat in Valheim last night. So that was this week in Al's expanding influence. I got to make an intro and outro for that. I'm gonna do that later. Default segment outro. So should we, now that how long have we? Oh, good. I was just looking to make sure I started recording because that would have been a waste. So now that we've spent 6 minutes talking about absolutely nothing, do we want to introduce ourselves?
Sure.
Sam, why don't you start?
I'm Sam/Rolaren.
No.
Yeah.
What is this podcast?
I don't know.
We have to do things in order.
Is this a podcast? We're mere. No.
Talk closer into your microphone.
No, because you can hear me breathing.
Well, then we just know you're alive. Okay, well, I'll do the thing. This is Mere Casuals, a World of Warcraft podcast.
About Wrath of the Lich King.
About Wrath of the Lich King Classic, a World of Warcraft expansion. So Mere Casuals is, right now it's just a World of Warcraft podcast, but it's going to be expanding. We're turning this into a whole brand. There will be news on that in the future.
We have expanded. We have videos. So, I mean, they're just backdrops, but you can.
It's basically the podcast with a video backdrop.
Yeah.
No, but we're going to make so much stuff.
So much stuff.
We're going to be huge.
You want the
like
stuff.
internet huge, not physically huge.
You gotta be careful with the stuff, man. It'll turn into a blob and eat you.
That's fine. So I said the thing that we are. So Sam already said that she is Sam/Rolaren, unless she wants to say it again.
Do you want me to?
I mean, it's up to you.
We like hearing your voice, Sam. It's sexy.
It's actually kind of annoyed today. She sounds bitter.
I'm Sam/Rolaren.
What? I didn't mouth it this time. That's just what my mouth does when nothing's happening. I'm Josh/Will Riker / other things.
I'm Al/Okona, and Righteous Squid.
I forgot about Righteous Squid. So, okay, here's the thing with Righteous Squid. That is not what that name says. So I was trying to add you to our Mere Casuals guild. Mere Casuals is now a guild on Benediction server. I was trying to add you
guild,
an alliance guild, because there's nothing wrong with alliance.
Yeah, I guess if you're on Benediction, it's assumed you're alliance or one of the other 3 players.
Oh, you know what? I have. I was going to say I still haven't seen a horde character on Benediction, but I have, because when we were playing our low-level characters the other day and trying to go to Red Ridge, what's the city in Lakeshire and Red Ridge. We were trying to go there to hand in our Stockades quests.
And they tried to gank us.
There was horde there.
They killed you.
No, they never killed me.
Oh, no.
They killed Mean Gene several times.
Oh, Mean Gene, yeah.
They killed me a few times,
They killed you a couple times, too. So what happened was there was like a horde rogue and a priest there, like killing people.
Yeah.
So we all ran in, and I staggered things, right? So I went in a little bit after everyone else, so I didn't die. And I went and camped out in the inn, and I grabbed my level 80 paladin, and I flew him over. But by the time I got there, other people had that idea, and they had been chased off. So I didn't get to kill anyone.
They couldn't have been very high, because I passed right by the rogue, and he slashed at me and only did half my damage, and I was level 23.
Well, apparently the rogue had 8,000 health, which is not like a lot.
No.
So he must have been like
I had
level
700.
60-ish. Yeah, I mean, that's less, but you were also a level 23 or 24 or 25
I just expected
shaman.
him to do more damage to me.
He's just not very good. He was a crappy rogue anyways.
Yeah. Well, obviously they're picking on people in Lakeshire. How good can they be?
Well, I was going to say we should make horde characters and use them to pick on people.
Oh, we got to be careful. We don't want to grief anybody.
That's not griefing. That's world PvP.
Yeah. It's a funny thing going over to Benediction, and we've been in the starter zones. We've literally, not you because you've boosted, but for the most part, we've been in starter zones. So when we go in there and Mean Gene says, "Oh, he killed me," I said, "How did you get flagged?" And he's like, "We're on a PvP server," and I just entered Lakeshire. I was like, "Oh, right, I forgot."
Yeah, so that's. I wonder if we should do that. That would be fun because you love playing horde. We should each make like a level 1 horde character and level them like as a group in a pack, and like anytime we encounter alliance, of course, of the same level, because we don't want to be all griefy about it. When we encounter alliance in the leveling zones, we could just like pack attack them. We could be 3 rogues.
The pack attack
around. We could make 3 rogues and level them together, or we could make like rogues and a druid, like something that could stealth. And just sneak around and be all like sneaky.
Yeah.
That sounds like fun, right, Sam?
We barely have time to play our alliance characters together. When are we going to find time to do that?
We will figure it out. We need to
You
quit our
have
jobs.
virtually no sound bars.
We just need to talk louder. I can turn that up. Okay. This is an experiment. I'm going to see, because there's a lot of excessive volume sometimes. So we're recording at a lower input to see if it's better. I don't remember what I was saying. So yeah, that was our fun almost PvP experience. You guys all got killed, and I tried to kill back.
I
You didn't
survived.
get killed?
No, he just did half my damage with one swipe.
Oh, that was the only time you got attacked?
Well, because he was coming across the bridge, and he was crossing the bridge, and I was crossing the bridge, and I just jumped down right in front of him to the grass where I wouldn't fall far, because I'm used to a rogue where I'm allowed to, but I can't anymore.
Yeah.
And he hit me.
Can I use that sound effect for your intro?
Sure. He hit me, and just I thought I was dead right there, but no, just half. I said, all right, that's cool. So I went in deep where there was a lot of NPCs.
You went in deep, you know.
I went in deep.
I went in deep.
All 5.
So that was fun.
Yeah. You know what I thought was funny? I was so you know that I watch other people, and I was watching Guzu watch somebody else, and it was griefers or people who do things. But some guy, I guess it was a horde character, brought a Theramore guard into Crossroads.
You know, apparently you're allowed to do that.
He brought a Theramore guard into Crossroads, and I don't know how, but it was a hunter that kited him over, and then he feigned death, and it auto-tagged everybody in the Crossroads. And then Alliance appeared. I have no idea.
Like flagged everybody?
It flagged everybody.
Oh, because that's on the hardcore server, right?
It's something about the Theramore guard when the hunter feigned death.
No, but you were watching this on the hardcore server?
No, I don't think it was on a hardcore server.
Because I know the hardcore server is not a PvP server. Can you imagine if it was?
Oh, no, I think it was a hardcore server, actually.
Yeah, because, I mean, what's the point? What's the point in killing a bunch of people at the Crossroads if it's not at a hardcore server? Because you run back, it's like 10 feet. You just run back.
But you know what it's like when the hunter walks in, feigns, and then every character's nameplate goes green. Poof.
That would be
Just
cool.
like that.
So here's the thing. Here's what we're going to do. Because you've started talking about griefering. So we're going to pause for news intro. No. Is it news? Yes, we're going to pause for news intro.
It's time for the news.
Because your news of interest involved griefers on hardcore servers.
Yeah, this isn't actually news, not a blue post or anything, but
It's news-ish. It's a thing that happened.
yeah, apparently there's been at least 2 or 3 accounts that have been permabanned for griefing on the hardcore servers. So I guess
Only 2 or 3 accounts?
only that I've heard of. I mean, there might be more, but Blizzard's taking action, it seems, against people who are just out there to cause a hard time for anybody that wants to have fun.
So what are your thoughts on the griefing and the banning of it? Like, do you think it should be bannable?
Yeah, why not? If you're there and somebody's paying to have fun on a game, I mean, yes, you're on a PvP server. Yes, they killed you once, but for them to camp you, I don't think camping is sporting.
How are they camping you though?
Well, they stick around. You come back, they kill you again.
But it's hardcore. You have to delete after you die the first time.
Oh man, you stumped me.
Because
I'm just talking in general.
Someone on a hardcore server.
But I'm just talking in general. So to have a level 80 or whatever level they have, it's scald whoever's there.
Yeah.
To have them in the zone and killing everyone, I mean, everyone that comes out that they can possibly attack, I mean, that's got to be griefing to an extent.
Like that's using the weird flagging bug? Like with the Theramore guard?
Well, the Theramore guard, or naming themselves one of the NPCs you have to click on, and then appearing like a spawn.
See, the Theramore guard thing, that sounds like a bug, like borderline exploit to me. So that, I can see punishing that. Maybe a ban on first offense is a bit much, but like a warning and then a suspension maybe, because that seems like using an unintended game function to kill people. Because it shouldn't, just the guard existing shouldn't flag everybody in the area.
There's a lot of unintended game functions that get used, though. But yeah, no, I think if somebody's there making sure somebody doesn't have a fun time, and I don't mean somebody who just gets sour because he lost a match. I mean, like, just excessive.
But here's the thing with the NPC, because I've seen the videos of the people changing their name, like similar to the troll NPC, or like similar to some kind of quest mob. And people will target and attack them. I'm I'm kind of fine with that because that's completely avoidable as a hardcore player.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I tried.
All you have to do is just not do that.
I tried to do that on Ash Candy. There just wasn't enough horde to come up. So now I'm actually worried about trying to do that anymore.
Yeah, but the thing is, like there's a pack of hardcore players at any given time just standing in a circle around this NPC, right? Just like spam targeting and trying to hit them.
Yeah, because they want to get the tag.
So here's my thought. If I was playing hardcore, I just wouldn't do that quest. Like, why are people waiting in line to do that quest?
Yeah. There's
Like-
another one.
Like, you're waiting with 10 other people there. Like, you could potentially be waiting half an hour to tag this mob, maybe longer, if you're being careful and trying not to tag a flagged player. You could easily just grind out that much experience killing easy to kill mobs. Like, it's silly to stand there and wait for that mob. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, there was another one I saw where, the quests in Dustwallow Marsh,
Yeah.
where you're trying to find the traitor, whatever, and you go and you talk to him. He's around 2 other Theramore guards, and then he gets aggro on you, and the 2 Theramore guards attack you as well, but it also flags you for PvP.
Sure.
Okay, that's a no.
I mean, I kind of remember the
Yeah.
quest. I forgot that it flagged you for PvP, but
Yeah, but there's high-level horde characters just sitting there stealth waiting for somebody to do that quest.
Okay,
and
but-
the add-on itself says, you probably shouldn't do this quest.
Yeah, that was going to be my response. Like, if that's the way the quest works, just don't do the quest that flags you.
Yeah.
It's like don't do the quest where you have to take the potion that kills you.
I was just going to talk about
Because
that.
maybe if you're trying to play hardcore and you're trying not to die, don't do the things that put you at high risk of dying.
Yeah, I was watching another video with the little gnome mage that just dinged 60 in Tannerus. And I know it's Daenerys. I just like to say Tannerus. And then walks over and he asks his guild, is it safe to do this Vidir elixir thing? And one guy spams, yes, go do it. And he goes
Which is a huge red flag. If some guy is spamming do it,
Yeah.
I'm immediately going to think, why does this guy want me to do this so badly?
So he goes and does it. And he dies and he's mad. It's like, okay, dude, first.
Yeah, but that's kind of on him. If you're
How
not
how
sure,
new is
Google
he
the
though?
quest.
How new is he though? Because
He's
the
level
Vidir,
60 and a hardcore player. He's not new.
yeah, the Vidir elixir does not state that it's going to kill you. It just says drink me.
Okay. I trust nothing that says drink me on it, just like I trust nobody that says do it in guild chat. So that's
That's
what
what I
was the
have
other
for
thing I
news.
was
Is
going to
the
say.
griefing, but
Oh, but okay, so the video you showed me, I'm clinging to this griefing thing because some of it I barely consider griefing because you're
sorry
walking
about breathing
into it.
there.
You should apologize for breathing. How dare you be alive? So the one quest, you sent me the video or you linked it in Discord of something of the one person targeting is it Zalazane or something?
Zalzalane.
Zalzalane. So
something Zed.
I'm watching this video.
Oh, to everybody else, that's Z.
So I'm watching this video, right? And this streamer is doing this hardcore, right? And he's waiting for this mob to spawn.
Which streamer?
I don't remember. Who was it?
Well, the ones I've been watching is like I think one he's called Zarin. There's
So I'll
Guzu.
describe the one. I'll describe the one that I was watching because it was the guy that was like super disappointed that he died, which I don't buy at all. So he's standing there, and people are killing the quest mob, and they just killed him. And he says out loud on his stream, "Oh, what is it? It's about a 4-minute respawn, right?" So he knows it's a 4-minute respawn. And then somebody pops up about 8 seconds later with that name, and he attacks it. Is he dumb? Because at this point, like 16 seconds have passed. He knows it's a 4-minute respawn. He said out loud as well, I know there's griefers here with the name trying to trick me into tagging them. Obviously, he knew what he was doing, and he was faking a death for content.
If
Like, there's no way
you're-
that was an accident. Nobody is that dumb.
I think I can't remember his name, but I think I know who you're talking about, and I think he also had one in Wintergrass. Oh, no, Wintergrass. What's the W zone in the classic?
Westfall?
No, the cold place. Is it escaping me?
Everlook? Winter?
Yes,
Shire?
yeah, where Everlook is.
Winter. I don't know. I don't remember what it's
It's
called.
up above.
Winterlook.
It's up above Fellwood.
I think it's winter spring.
Winter Spring. He's in Winter Spring, just standing somewhere, and had his map open, and he was off doing something else while he was being slowly killed by a dragon or a drake or a chimera.
Yeah.
Chimera. Was sitting there just hitting them. So a lot of people also said, well, you can see that he was out of game because people were saying you could see that your thing's going orange.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we're talking about the same guy, and I think that maybe he does some of it for content.
I think there are a lot of hardcore deaths on stream that are staged for content, because I think that's what people want to see when they're watching hardcore.
Yeah.
They don't want to watch somebody slowly grinding up to 60. They want to watch those panic moments and those deaths, and people are just faking it.
I will agree with you.
People are going to catch on that it's kind of dumb, and I think hardcore is going to lose popularity. That's my hot take.
Before or after WoW releases it? Because that's also been a question.
I think WoW is going to release hardcore servers, and by the time WoW releases the hardcore servers, the novelty is going to wear off soon after, and they're not going to be nearly as popular as they think they're going to be.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm going to play them, but WoW has a player base with an attention span issue.
We'll call it a cycle.
Yeah, like we're talking about a player base who can't bear to raid one phase for like 2 whole months.
Yeah, like what the hell?
Like, I've been raiding Ulduar for 2 weeks already. When is it the next phase?
Yeah.
I can't do this anymore. I'm so bored.
See, that's the tryhards. I still have another couple months of Ulduar in me because I don't go to every week.
Like you speed clear it and do all the content the first couple weeks, and then you wonder why you're bored.
Yeah, so where do we actually find the people that are casual that don't care that it takes this long and wouldn't mind if TOC was another couple weeks, couple months off?
Well, TOC is at least a couple weeks off, because that's some more news. They just started the PTR for TOC on the 5th, 6th? Yes. So that's another news item. The what's it called? PTR for TOC. The PTR, that's a lot of letters. The PTR for TOC is out.
Just call it the public test realm.
That's even more letters. You pronounce them as words.
Yeah, but we didn't use them as letters. We used them as words, so they're actually classified as something else.
As words. So here's my okay, this episode is gonna be full of me having bitter hot takes on the WoW community.
Do you know what else we need? We need a little more Sam.
I was just thinking, I'm pretty sure I'm just here to look pretty.
Nobody can see you, Sam.
For you guys.
Well,
okay.
Are you going to go change then? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, you're wearing your work scrubs.
I'm a terrible
at least
human
wearing
being.
the Marvel scrub top.
It is Marvel. I didn't even notice.
I was going to say as a terrible human being, but Josh wouldn't understand that he's only partially human, and that's been verified today.
Oh, do you have any idea how many times I've failed those stupid image captchas for the confirming that you're not a robot? I
watched him struggle.
I spent a solid 5 minutes failing them the other day, because there's always like, it's like pick all the buses, right? So you pick all the buses, and you're like, but there's a little
sliver.
There's a little bit of bus on that one, so I'll click on that. But no, that wasn't bus. That was someone's foot. And then another one, I'll be like, okay, I'm not falling for that again. I'm not clicking that one, but it was bus that time.
He literally went through like 7 or 8 of them before he got it done.
Like every time they pop up, like it frustrates me, because I'm like, I'm going to fail this, and it's going to waste a bunch of my time.
Because you are not human.
I pass them eventually. So anyways, you sidetracked me.
While I'm getting my first piece of Ulduar gear, you've fully geared somebody, you're playing EQ, and now you're bumping ahead of me in Valheim.
Okay, I'm not
so
ahead of you.
So you are not human.
I'm not ahead of you. I'm doing stuff that's dangerous and beyond what I should be doing. I did die. So
yeah, that was amusing to watch.
That's another story. What I was going to do is I was going to give my take on the PTR. So why are they doing weeks of PTR for every new phase that comes out?
So that the people come out, get it done in a week, and complain, and because they have to wait. Like, we should be struggling right at the beginning, and then working our way up to it. But they're going to struggle in the PTR and just come over, and it's just going to be wiped out as soon as it's released.
See, that's what I was thinking, because I see that the PTR is out, right? And I'm like, they can't possibly need to test this for 4 weeks.
No.
Like, this expansion was released, 12 years ago, 14 years ago, 18 years ago?
Something like
23 years ago? I don't remember when.
I don't even know what game we're talking about.
Wow. The game that this podcast is about. So they released the PTR. Also, there's been private servers running this content nonstop for the past who knows how many years.
Ever.
So I think they're only running the PTR so that the big guilds have time to practice so that they can race to finish it first.
But how... What they're doing now, they should be doing... there's going to be... The casual player doesn't really stand much of a chance. I'm just telling you.
Well, I'm not trying to compete with them. I just think it's kind of silly and kind of funny to watch how seriously they take it. Because they're like, oh, okay, the PTR is there. Let's practice every day for the next 2 weeks so that we can speed run this. I mean, like, congratulations and everything, but like, it's not an accomplishment unless you do it like from a fresh start. Like, if you've been practicing on PTR for 2 weeks, you didn't clear the content in 4 hours.
Been there, done that. Have the shirt from like a decade ago. Congratulations.
Yeah. But that's the thing.
I didn't get any shirts, by the way.
If you've spent 4 weeks practicing on the PTR to get your rundown to like two hours, you didn't really get a server first 2 hour Alduar clear or whatever it was. You've been practicing it for 2 weeks. You didn't do it on one fresh run. You've been honing your everything. Like it's not quite the accomplishment you think it is, I don't think.
Yeah,
like they should have no PTR. If there's bugs, there's bugs. Who cares? That's how games work. Just release the new content, and everybody has to start fresh. I mean, someone's still going to clear the thing first day.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. People can play how they want to play, but it's just when it comes to us, I'm going to be the one person that is being dragged along. I will likely be a carry for quite a bit because everybody else has already done it. They've practiced it, and I'm just okay. I'm not working this Friday night. I can go to this raid. Okay, I'm not feeling like I have COVID or I'm dying, so I can go to this raid. And then I just go and then I see something and forget.
You know that we're not doing this, right?
No, I know.
I haven't done any. I still haven't cleared Alduar. But yeah, I think it's funny that there's so much PTR. So that was the second news. There's a third news item which I thought was interesting. And I'm going to open it up because this sounds... I like this.
Oh, Bob's probably listening right now going, you didn't talk that much during my news segment.
That's because I get you talking.
Love you, Bob.
I get you going. So I have things to say as well. So
about Bob?
About everything.
I'm not going to tell you what you said about Bob yesterday.
What did I say about Bob yesterday? Did I say something about Bob yesterday?
Yeah, you said, well, he needed to get like the B-rated podcaster first or something like that. I said, how dare you talk about Bob that way?
Oh, yeah, because I was talking about you, but you turned it around like I was talking about Bob.
You know what happens when you turn Bob around? You still have Bob.
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't Bob backwards Bob? Unless you're using capital letters.
It's still pronounced the same.
Yeah, I know. I mean, no, unless you're using small letters, then it's Dodd.
Oh.
That's what I meant. Small letters. Because if you just mirror Bob, it's Dodd.
Blow my mind.
So that has nothing to do with anything.
So Sam's participation in this podcast today has just been her looking at us with a stunned look going, I can't believe these two are talking still.
You have to verbally be stunned. You can't just shake your head. No, that shaking your head and sighing doesn't communicate well over an audio medium.
That's her. Sam shaking her head.
Sam shaking her head shouldn't sound like a dice box. If she does, she needs to see a chiropractor, which I don't believe in. I think chiropractors are a scam.
What is a chiropractor going to do if your head shakes and it sounds like a dice box? Because isn't that like something like a brain?
I was thinking neck joints being messed up.
She did that already today.
What?
Yeah, you can probably do it again.
Cracked her neck?
Yeah,
she cracks her stuff too often. Okay, so next news item, which this is from the Wowhead news feed, which I haven't figured out how to add to our Discord yet because I'm not good at things. So I don't know how to pronounce this. Sidereal essence?
Yeah, what is that?
So I read the thing. So apparently...
That wasn't in the original, was it?
No, this is a new thing. So apparently what it sounds like it is you know how they had the Heroic Plus Dungeon Rune Alpha... What?
Can I break it? In honor of Guzu, because I do watch a lot of Guzu vids, and maybe if he ever hears this, yay, Guzu. But Guzu, this is for you. Can we call it side reel?
Side reel? Why would we call it that? Well, I guess.
Side reel essence.
I see sidereal, but side reel. Sure, whatever. So apparently, like, you know how the Dragon Rune Alpha Dungeon Alduar, you know the ones the Alpha. I don't remember what they're called. The Titan Rune Dungeons. That's the word I'm trying to think. The Titan Rune Dungeons Alpha ones that you got the Nax loot from.
So now we're getting the beta side reel dungeons?
Beta ones, but instead of just dropping Alduar 10-man loot, it drops these side reel essence that you can then take to a vendor and buy Alduar 10-man loot.
Wow.
So...
Yeah, I saw
because I think what's happening, I think probably, I haven't looked too much into this, but what I would imagine is probably happening is they saw that with the Titan Rune alphas, there were 2 or 3 items that people wanted from Nax 10. Nax 10. So they only ran those dungeons. Like right now, you see people trying to run Gundrak. Is it Gundrak or Draktheron Keep?
What are they going for?
The trinket.
Oh, I don't know where the trinket is.
I think it's Gundrak. I think it's the first boss in Gundrak. People run just the first boss in Gundrak every day, trying to get the caster trinket. And they don't even finish the dungeon. They don't run anything else.
You lost me at caster trinket.
And, well, I don't need it either because I don't play casters, but I do see people advertising runs all the time. And like paying people to go on runs. So they're like paying people 500 gold each if they do the run and it drops. Like people are desperate for this trinket. So instead of having just like out of all of the dungeons, like 2 bosses that people try and kill, instead of just having like just the 2 bosses that people are trying to kill, I think they're having this essence drop off of the bosses, and then you can use that as currency so that you can run any of the Titan Rune beta dungeons.
Yeah.
And that'll even things out, and it'll make people want to run the dungeons they want to run instead of feeling like they need to run Gundrak over and over again.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind finally getting that sword that I keep not getting because I'm not going to raid, and I don't have a raid to go to right now anyway.
Is it an Alduar 10-man?
It's off
Because I
of
think-
Razor Scale, I believe, but it might be a 10-man.
Might be 10, might be 25, who knows. I don't know. I don't remember seeing anything about hardman loot though. Hardman. Hard mode. Hard mode loot. What, Sam?
She was just thinking back to the 10 hard man mode.
10 hardman mode, yeah. So I don't know if there's going to be a way to get hardman loot out of these hard mode loot out of these Titan Rune dungeons, or is the hard mode loot gonna bump down to Alduar 10? Like, what do you think's gonna happen with that?
That's a good question.
Because I know, like, for yourself as a rogue, I know this from listening to Bob/Dodd, depending on if you're looking in a mirror or not. I know from listening to him that there are a bunch of BIS items from Alduar
That's just
that
BIS.
drop in Alduar Hard Man 10 mode. Hard 10 man hard mode.
I get to make another short of you in this 10 hard man mode thing.
It's hard to say because the words are all in order and sometimes they come out wrong.
That's the trouble being partly human.
So you gotta, well, I know my processor sometimes bogs down with the complexities of English. So you gotta, I don't know what you gotta do to get your BIS loot from the 10-man, but you know, it's there. And the thing is, it'll be easier to get the Alduar loot, and because they buffed all of the Alduar loot's almost as good as Trial of the Crusader loot. So, I mean, if you were to get your Alduar BIS stuff, then you'd be like right back up there on track.
Nice.
It is nice.
Yeah. But now I'm kind of wondering what I'm going to do because I can't transfer my main over to where I want to play it. And
Yet.
right now we are concentrating. Well, do you think it'll ever open?
I don't know because I sent in a ticket to Blizzard and I was like, hey, here's the thing. I want to transfer this character, but you won't let me. Can you please let me anyways? And they were like, no, we can't make exceptions for people. We're not going to let you do this. We don't know when transfers will open up to that server, so we can't tell you when it will happen. But here you can watch this, and it will tell you when they open up. So they use the word when several times, not if. So I feel like eventually, if I keep watching the transfer stuff, maybe eventually it'll open up.
Is there any way you can hotwire that little list into our Discord so that I can see? Like if it comes up on Discord, then we go, sorry, I'm sick, I'm going home. Quickly
I can
transfer.
find a way to link it. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like sometimes when I log in, I'll just go and try and transfer my shaman over just in case it works. Like because the server status changes a lot with transfer status, right? Mm-hmm. Because for a while, Benediction was open. Now it's locked again.
Yeah.
And I was like,
we got in at the right time.
I was like, maybe since I have an 80 on Benediction, they'll let me transfer because like, what am I going to play both at the same time? Like, I can't do that. They're on the same account. Maybe they'll let me, but they didn't. They wouldn't make exceptions, even though I am a famous World of Warcraft podcaster.
Famous?
What good is this level of fame and influence if you can't use it to get special favors?
And they should let me as well, because I'm a famouser World of Warcraft podcaster. I've been on Warcraft Reloaded.
I've watched Warcraft Reloaded several times.
And did you see me?
I didn't watch that episode. It was kind of dry.
Yeah.
So it's a shame people can't see your face when I say stuff like that, because you're just like... So that was... I think that's all the news I have.
Okay.
That was an extended news segment. So let's pause for news outro.
And actually pause.
And that, as they call it, was the news.
And we're back from our pause that no one would be able to tell we did if we didn't announce it and then say we're back from it. So,
which we don't actually have to announce it.
Well, but why not? So one more thing I wanted to talk about. I don't know if this is news or not, but we've already ended the news segment, so I'm going to say it's not news. Apparently, Blizzard announced recently that they're going to be announcing soon the details about the 2023 BlizzCon.
Right, so they announced an announcement.
They announced the possibility of a future announcement. No, they announced the certainty of a future announcement.
So they announced an announcement.
Yes, but the announcement that they've announced hasn't been announced yet. So they didn't announce an announcement; they announced a future announcement.
I did notice that announcement that they announced about the announcement.
Yes,
that you're saying they definitely announced.
They announced that there definitely will be an announcement.
They did announce it.
So, anyways, apparently there was no BlizzCon last year.
Yeah, apparently
I didn't realize I didn't go. So here's something I learned on a recent episode of Warcraft Reloaded that had you on it. So apparently...
The one you didn't watch.
The one that I didn't watch. No, I didn't listen to that one at all. But apparently you guys talked about... He asked you if you've ever been to BlizzCon, and you were like, no. And he's like, not even like the online one? I didn't realize you could get like an online pass.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
You can pay a fortune to just watch like a YouTube of BlizzCon.
Oh, is it expensive?
Oh, I don't know. Probably. But you get the pets and stuff.
For the online pass? Can't be that expensive.
I don't know. I haven't gone.
We should when the announcement comes out that they've announced, like the announcement that they announced is coming. We should read that announcement.
That they announced when they actually come up with that announcement. We should make action. Okay.
We should read that announcement and try and figure out some way to be involved with that.
Sounds like a plan.
Because it would be cool, I think, to be involved with BlizzCon. Because in past years, I feel like when we've played WoW in the past, we have had less of a community around us.
We were not as involved.
Because we were just kind of loners that played WoW.
Yeah.
So now we're loners that played WoW, but go on the internet and beg other people to listen to us talk about it and play with us.
So we're loners that are looking for other people. So we're loners with other people. What do you think of that, Sam? Would you like to go to BlizzCon?
Or be involved in it in some way?
Does that involve interacting with people other than you guys?
Well, ideally, yeah.
She asks cautiously. Yes.
Don't you like interacting with people other than us?
Like other people like us. Oh, no. That might not have been a good thing.
So here's the thing. You interact with us all the time, right?
Yes.
Have you ever considered the fact that interacting with people that aren't us might be more pleasant than interacting with us?
That's almost a certainty.
So you're saying you're not pleasant?
Not always. Would you like to try interacting with people other than us just to see if it's something you like?
As long as I don't have to make a phone call, I think I'll be okay.
I don't think people do phone calls anymore. I don't think that's really a thing.
I'm still waiting for you to get other friends so that you can hook me up.
Oh, I have no friends.
And is it because of the...
No friends that are single.
And is it because of the specter of having to hook me up that you have no friends?
No. My friends are either gay or married.
Or both.
Or both.
And?
So... That's a long way of saying we should try to do something about BlizzCon.
So if I'm not saying...
Where do they have it?
Also,
do they have
apparently,
it down
Al's looking for a girlfriend if anybody has anybody.
Girls don't listen to our podcast.
Well, guys do, and don't these guys have girlfriends? Girls that are friends?
Some have wives.
I don't know. I doubt it.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I have no idea. But I did look at... Did I show you that? Did I look at... Did I show you our listener demographics that are like 96%...
yeah, you
male
asked me to get
between
more
30 and 50.
girlfriends.
So girls do listen to our podcast.
Yeah, like 2.
And
That's
one is
all I
already
need.
my friend.
So that's you managed to make me talk about BlizzCon into a weird, awkward thing. Thanks a lot, Al. Where do they have it? Do they have it down in California? Is this like a Vegas thing?
Yes. I don't know, actually.
You don't know?
I'm just going to say yes.
Because that would be I mean, that would be super cool to be able to actually go to that, but I feel like that's expensive.
Well, we've wanted to go to Vegas.
We still need to get our passports.
Well, that's a thing that can be done, though. Like, that's...
Okay, so to
None of
commit
us have felony convictions yet, so we should be able to...
I think it's gone now, yeah.
That wasn't a felony.
Well, we can check out the virtual one, see if it's something we'd like, and then we can arrange for an actual one.
Yeah, I mean, virtual does sound like mildly lame, but I mean, it might be better than nothing.
Unless it depends when it is. If it's well past the summertime, like late August, early September, maybe we can still arrange something. We have time to get our passports by then.
Yeah,
That involves having money.
yeah. We'll figure. We'll see what it would cost.
We could drive down.
We
Stuck
should.
in a
You
car
know
with
what?
you two?
We should give Blizzard a phone call. We won't make Sam call because Sam doesn't like phone calls. We'll
You
give
just said
Blizzard a
no
phone
one
call.
makes phone calls.
No, it's not a thing people do anymore. So we should give Blizzard a phone call and be like, "Hey, we're famous podcasters that promote your game all the time. You should fly us down there to BlizzCon."
Do you remember that time when they banned everybody in Poseidon for doing something? There's a massive ban.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so I've looked. So you want to phone call Blizzard? Good luck finding a phone number.
Yeah, I was kidding. The phone call part was just me trying to sound old. It would probably be more like an email.
I reported them to the BBB, and that did nothing either.
Did you actually?
Yeah, it was kind of funny.
Because they don't have a support phone number?
They respond, and they say, yeah, we were good with what we did. It's like, shut up.
What didn't we get? Wasn't there was like a mass ban because of some exploit with one of the bosses in AQ40, wasn't it?
I thought it was money buying, but I don't know what it was.
That was the original, like, someone was like, oh, I bet someone in the guild bought gold and then put it in the guild bank. And they're not going to ban an entire guild because one person in the guild bought gold.
But
it
they'll
was
ban
it was
an
an
How
entire
do
ex-
you buy gold?
How do you buy gold? You go to a gold buying website and you give someone money and they send you gold.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bob actually showed me a link. This is not as expensive, but like for 4,000 gold, it's about $10. Like, I don't want to spend that much money for 4,000 gold.
You don't? Because I totally do. $10. I just don't trust them. I'm like,
$100 you can get quite a bit.
well, I would imagine probably like 40,000 gold. If 4,000 gold's $10, then 40,000 gold
I'm so
must be about...
self-conscious of my breathing right now.
Me too.
I don't breathe because I'm not human. So,
So are you
No,
going to buy
you don't
gold?
stop talking long enough to breathe.
you know, breathing is just talking with more noise, right?
But you know,
So
Now that
people,
we're where
people
we're
hear
at-
me breathing constantly because I never stop talking. Now we what?
now that we're where we're at, we should just get up to 80 and just do some GDKPs, and we don't have to worry about buying gold.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. But I've been too busy to actually do any more raids because we had unexpected travel this past weekend, and I have a job. But hopefully, I'm going to get into some GDKPs this week. And I've been doing like dailies and farming gold, like killing stuff and selling the stuff on the auction house because stuff sells for like a stupid amount of gold on
Yeah.
Benediction.
A populated server is so much better than a not very populated server.
Like you could make so much gold by doing stuff that makes you gold on Benediction. It's ridiculous. So
Yeah, since we're still just referring to the news, though, when you were talking about griefers earlier,
this isn't news anymore. This is discussion now.
you were just discussing the news in that last little
No,
segment
but this
we
is
did.
not a news segment. This
I
is a
just
discussion
wanted to say
segment. We are discussing things. So you
that
may discuss
we were
the
talking
news.
about levels of griefers, and I just wanted to say it's almost like the ref team is currently griefing the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah, we don't talk about hockey anymore. I think I'm not going to watch. I'm going to boycott the NHL permanently now because they're so bad. They encourage the causing of head injuries to other people.
Look
Hey.
at the shirt Al's wearing.
I know. I already gave him a hard time about it.
I said I wore it here for you.
Yeah, and I'm bitter about it, so I don't care.
So I can't please this man.
You know, he was so bitter about it, he threw my phone at me last night while I was asleep.
No, you asked me to plug your phone in, so I plugged it in and I sat it back on you.
Yeah, you dropped it on me.
From like a foot above. That's how you sit things
I was
down.
asleep.
Well, not anymore.
Okay,
you
here,
are.
can you set this down?
If you were so asleep, then why did you notice that I put your phone
For
on?
visual effect, I held up a coffee cup with coffee.
Because it hurt.
Didn't hurt.
You threw a phone at your wife.
Didn't throw it. I sat it
You
on
got to
her.
be careful. If you want to get to Vegas, you got to stop throwing things at your wife.
I did the thing she asked me to
that
do.
will be a felony.
Is it?
Something assault? Yeah.
We'll see.
Try the pepper.
I've never thrown pepper at anybody. Makes me sneeze. If I throw pepper at someone, I sneeze, and I don't like it, so I don't do it. So, do we want to talk? Here's what we should do, because we're well into the podcast now.
You always say that. They want to hear us talk.
I know, and we're talking. This is me segueing into the next talking. You know that picks up everything you do when you're playing with your spring and your mic stand, right?
Dusty.
Can you dust it after?
I have something that's dusty.
So, yeah, nasty. So what have we been up to this week is the question.
In World of Warcraft.
In World of Warcraft. Al, have you done anything this week? Did you do the thing I asked you to do? The one thing I specifically asked you to do in game? Did you try out the app I asked you to try out?
Sure did.
You did not.
Not do it.
Did you do anything in game this week? Because I kept seeing you on Mumra.
Children's Week. Mumra. So Mumra, when we stopped at 48, and my mailboxes are getting to the point where it's reaching the 30 days.
Yeah.
And it might even be the second set of 30 days. So I pushed them to 50 so I could learn Outlands tailoring and enchanting. And I just turned all my Netherweave into stuff. I'm disenchanting it. I'm already at max tailoring, and I'm already using Frostweave at level 50.
Nice. So you can go all the way up to max level at 50?
No. Frostweave is the level of Frostweave bolts.
I thought you said you were at max tailoring.
I'm at max tailoring for Burning Crusade.
Oh, okay.
So I hit that, and Frostweave is right in that number zone. So I think what does it go? 375?
375 for Burning Crusade?
Yeah.
And then
so
450
I think
for
Frostweave is at 350.
Northern. Okay.
So I made those. And then I started to do some enchanting. I need a few more enchanting mats.
So I haven't had a tailor since like classic. You know how there used to be like 3-day cooldown transmutes for like cloth and stuff? Is that stuff in the game anymore? Like, is there anything that you can do every 3 days?
I didn't do it, but somebody did actually ask that question in chat the other day, and I looked, and they say there is still a cooldown on Moonshroud, so I'd imagine the cooldown still exists. Because
is that stuff you can make the really cool bags with?
Yeah, Moonshroud has a bag that doesn't bind to you, which was like a top slot bag back in the Burning Crusade, so you can run it back and forth.
Oh, so it's not the Northrend top tier bag.
No. I can't get to Northrend top tier yet, but I'm just happy to get all this stuff out of my mailbox. Do so much, disenchant a lot, use the enchanting mats, and then some of the other enchanting mats I can sell. So that's what I did with Mumra, which was just one day. No, maybe 2.
No, I saw you on, like, every time I logged on this week, you were on Mumra, and I was like, why aren't you playing on Benediction? Which I didn't say to you, I just said it out loud to myself.
Like I said, I just want to clear my mailboxes out. And also disenchant. There's a lot of gear I kept sending over. There's still stuff I can't disenchant, but I wanted to get this stuff down to its basest of things. And then we finished the Children's Week.
Yes, we did. We all did Children's Week. That was so long ago that I forgot about it.
But we did 2 of the orphans. There was a third.
The Shatra Orphan.
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of suspected there was one, and I was like, I should totally go check that out. I think I even said it to you in game, and then I just never went and looked.
I did it. And let me tell you, I was intrigued by the end.
Oh?
So they gave me a little blood elf girl. Big friggin'
mistake.
Big friggin' anime eyes.
Okay.
So I did the things with her.
What things? What are we talking about?
Rephrase that.
What kind of Children's Week
I did the acceptable things with her.
You did the achievements? Like the quests?
The quests.
Did the quests. Okay, the in-game quests. Okay.
Okay, so when you do 3 quests, you do this set of quests, and you get the last 2.
Yes.
So of the last 2, and I did them in the right order. So the last one I did, I took her down to the Caverns of Time.
Okay.
There's something about this Blood Elf girl, and I don't know if it formulates into anything, but as soon as you bring her over and you walk her over to that little sleeping dragon,
yeah,
guards come over swinging their weapons, and they're about to attack her. The dragon says, "No, we will not punish her for what she has or has not done yet." I'm like, what?
Did you record this?
Yes, I did, and I'll attach it onto my video portion. So what is this?
Idea.
Who did we have with us?
I don't know, but I didn't do it. Now I wish I had done the Shatra one. Is it over already?
Yes.
It ended today, didn't it?
Yesterday.
Yeah. Why didn't you tell me about this like days ago?
I think. Oh, I told you about the Shatrath orphan. If you didn't go and do it,
that a Shatra orphan existed, which I already
and it had another pet.
Yeah, I just didn't get around to.
I got a little sleepy.
To go away this weekend. I did almost nothing.
I got a little sleepy.
We did a lot this weekend.
We did a lot, just not in game because we had to go away.
And then
Make it sound like a terrible thing.
No,
we did this
I'm
weekend.
not saying we did. We had fun this weekend. I'm just saying we didn't play much WoW because we ended up having to go out of town.
You played more WoW than I did.
I briefly got on and did a few dailies because I'm trying to get
because
my
you
rep up.
took the laptop with you, addicted
I always take laptop with
casual
me.
player.
I played like half an hour on Sunday and Saturday morning before other people woke up.
The funny thing is, he played on my computer. He does not like the speed loot.
No,
The
I don't
add-on
like
that
the
I
speed
have.
loot add-on. Well, because you don't. It doesn't bring up a loot bag. Her super fast, like crazy ninja loot. You click on the thing and it goes into your bags, and no loot window pops up. You don't know what you're looting.
Shows up in your
I don't want to
chat
read
thing.
that. That's like extra steps that I don't need in my life.
So I also the other morning I got a message while I was dicking around with Mumra. Yeah,
It's a figure of speech, Sam.
I was either no, it was the bankers. I was just messing with things, getting my money. It wasn't a lot, but Oogly came on and says, "Well, I'll play with you." I said, "Yeah, I don't know what to do over here now. I feel so locked. I can't do this one without them."
Oogly's Mean Gene, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So I can't do this one without at least you and Sam. But no, I played the Paladin anyway.
Yeah.
We got 4 levels on our Paladin.
Nice. That's the paladin whose name doesn't make any sense.
Righteous Squid.
Yes. Does not say that.
So I'm left out on that one.
Hey, you could have got on and played with him.
You know what? You have a character that you can play when you're playing by yourself.
I already have one.
Okay, well, I don't. I just wanted to play my Paladin. And it's 4 levels. So you got to get over this, like, few level things. Says me, who's complaining to Josh for jumping ahead. But, yeah. I mean, it's not like I'm level 80. I might get there, but it's not like I'm level 80.
Boost. Just don't boost a paladin.
The boost is, what, $60?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't want to spend that. But, well, the reason I'm playing Paladin, I just want to see what all the fuss is about.
Oh, so with the... So interesting story.
But
here.
you're just
Are you
to
done?
finish. Just,
You're done, right?
You're not left behind.
You
You
done
can
talking?
play. Dude, when you're alone, you hardly go on when you're here alone. That I notice. I could be wrong, but you don't ever really just play when it's just you.
No.
Get on and
So-
just mess around, do quests.
I
farm
can't
gold.
leave every one of my characters sitting around. Go around and play. You got a paladin. They're almost unstoppable.
They are unstoppable. Because even if you
I also
die,
have a
they
druid.
respawn. Druids
Oh.
are fun. Just play
And
something.
now I have a mage.
And a mage. Mages are fun too.
That's just amazing.
So I was logging on. I logged on to my paladin that I boosted the other day, and I finally got him up to Dalaran.
Number 34.
Paladin?
Yeah, your
It's only my
34th
third.
paladin.
Well, technically my 4th paladin if you count the one I leveled back in original Wrath. But I took him to Dalaran, and the Dalaran innkeeper had a quest. And it's just like one of those, quests that you accept and turn in at the same time. Like there's no actual quest to it. It's just like a free thing.
You were mentioning this. Yeah. What is it?
So I got a summonable pet. It's like a cool penguin pet, and a summonable fishing vendor. You can summon once an hour. You can't sell your normal loot to him, so it's kind of lame. But you can like use him to grab a fishing pole and bait and stuff whenever you want. You can buy the fishing stuff. And I was like, oh man, that's really cool. That must be a thing they added to the game. So I told Sam to log on to her character in Dalaran. I was like, see if you can pick up this quest and get these items. And it wasn't there. And I was like, what the heck? I was like, it was on my paladin that I boosted. It was on my paladin on Ash Candy. I've been able to do it on all of my level 80 characters.
What day was this?
This was,
Oh, just
I don't
wait.
know, 2
Just
weeks
wait.
ago.
Let him finish.
Oh,
So finally I was like, okay, I don't get what's going on here. I don't get why you can't see this quest. Like it shows up for all my characters. And so I Googled the pet, and yeah, it's a perk you get from boosting. So I got it, and you can't unless you boost a character. It comes with the Northrend
have
boost
boosted
thing.
a
No, it comes
character.
with the Northrend boost. You did the Outlands boost, which was considerably cheaper, and I don't know if there's a perk with it like that you get. I mean, maybe there is. Maybe you just need to go get it. Maybe there's a special pet that you have access to that you just haven't grabbed yet. We should look it up. Who knows?
you go to the Shatrath innkeepers.
So
Shatrath.
It's Shatra.
innkeepers. Shatrath.
So
it's got a
we're gonna
silent
talk
TH
about-
in the end?
it's the whole every letter is
Tell
silent.
me another word with a silent th.
Dalaran.
You're
There's
right.
a
I
T-
can't.
there's a
You're right. I
TH on the
can't
end.
hear it.
I know. That's why. Actually, every city in WoW has a silent th on the end.
Except for Shatrath.
Ironforged, Stormwind,
Orgrimmar.
Orgrimmar could be a place.
Crossroads.
What did you say?
Crossroads.
That's not a city. That's a small town. So me and Sam this week. So we were trying something out.
Sam and I.
Me and Sam this week. I refuse your grammar. Your
That's
high
okay. I
grammar
might even be
standards.
wrong. I hate grammar.
Nobody needs grammar. Grammar's obsolete. It's
That's
almost
why
as
they
obsolete
invented
as
that.
phone calls.
That's why they invented Grammarly.
Who's Lee?
That's Mr. Lee to you, Grammarly.
so-
I guess it's Mrs. Lee.
Yeah.
Hey, Grammarly, what's going on tonight? Not much, Sonny.
So me and Sam tried something out
Bingo.
this week. Al's gonna get muted and mute Al. So me and Sam tried something out this week. Oh look, how did you manage to max it out when I turned it down so low?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's your pitch. You have like
What'd you call me?
you have an irritating pitch.
You're a son of a pitch.
So me and Sam were playing this week, and at the beginning of the week,
You were telling me about you and Sam trying different things. I want to know.
we downloaded Rested XP, the Rested XP app, to give it a try.
Okay.
Because we keep hearing about this Rested XP, and we were like, we got to get in on this because it sounds cool. So we started level 1 characters, and we got the Rested XP app because it comes with a free level 1 to 30 guide that you can try out, and then anything after that you can like purchase, right? So we got the app, and it's actually kind of cool. So it comes with like your app add-on, your app interface, right? And it gives you like step-by-step instructions what to do for like the fastest leveling route, and it puts the stuff on your map. It like labels it by number on your map, and it puts like a little arrow on your screen, tells you which direction to walk, and it like when you get close to NPCs that you need, it'll like put the markings above them, like a star or something above them, so you can see where you're going and stuff. And the guide, like it doesn't just have you go do all the quests. Like it'll stop you at certain points and it'll skip. Like, you know how I was saying, no, I didn't do this on Horde, so I don't know if it skips this quest, but you know how I was saying on hardcore quests, why would you wait around just to do this one quest when you could just grind up a few mobs and move on? Mm-hmm. It has you do that with some. Some quests it has you skip because they're not efficient. And sometimes it says, okay, you finished this quest, now just stay and grind these mobs until you get to like this experience point, because it's the fastest route, because you don't want to have to go pick up another quest and go do this quest with like extremely low drop weight way up in the top corner of the zone. That's a waste of time. Just grind out a few extra mobs and it'll all even out in the end. So it helps you cut those corners and stuff. And
cutting corners is important. That's a good skill.
Is important. It's
Cutting
important
corners is
because
a good skill to have in real life, by the way. True story.
It is. You need scissors for that, though, and Sam keeps misplacing her scissors.
Scissor me, daddy-o.
So I did find, because I was skeptical, right? Because remember how like people talk about Rested XP, and I was like, why do you need Rested XP? I know where to go all the time. I know every quest and all this stuff. But like, it has like those skips in where it's like, just stay and grind this, skip this quest, skip this quest. I go to a zone. I go to a zone and I have this compulsion to do like every quest, even if they've started going green, or even if I get like no experience for them. So like it helps me stay on track and not waste my time. And I did decide, because we're casuals, right? This is like the perfect add-on for casual players.
The next step, just add something where it takes control of your character and you just watch it like a movie.
No, that's silly. You still have to do all the things. It just helps you level more efficiently.
So it's
And
like
that's
footprints
not
in the
even-
sand.
So I don't know what you're talking about. Isn't that a
Footprints-
weird Bible thing?
That time when you see only one set of footprints, my son, I was carrying you.
That's when Rested Experience carried you. That's just silly. So, anyways, I liked the app so much that I signed up because I want to promote it. So I signed up. We have a promo code now. So if people want to buy Rested XP guides and they want to support our podcast, they can put Mere Casuals, the code in. I think you get like a 5% discount or something, and we get a little kickback from it. And it helps us pay for the software and stuff that we use to record this podcast.
Which can only get better.
This podcast? It might get better someday.
Yeah.
Maybe someday I'll learn how to use real recording software.
Yeah, and we are expanding the games we're playing.
Yeah, and we're going to be doing more podcasts. We're going to be making more stuff, making more content. We might even do episodes in the future where Sam talks. So
Live sex shows.
So
What?
that's unlikely. So you played. So Sam, you have to talk a little bit at this part.
It's funny. The one time I got her to talk, I made her say what?
So you tried out Rested XP with me. Did you like it? Like, it seemed cool, right?
Yeah.
Would you care to elaborate? Beside yak.
I liked it. I don't know what you want me to say.
Just what did you think about it? Did you like the interface or did you find it annoying?
No, I liked it. It helped me maneuver around where I needed to go.
Yeah. Did you try it out at all solo or did you just follow me around while I was using it?
No, I used it on my druid too. Because I had some spots where I was like, I was too low for the area I was and I kept dying. And I'm like, how do I get up further? And that's when you told me to use it on that character too.
And the guide helps with that stuff, doesn't it?
What level is your druid?
12?
Okay, so when you reach level 10, did it mention anything about your bear form? Like, did it put
Yeah,
you
I have the
directly into your bear
form
form? Nice.
Well, I had to learn it, but
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
you have to
there's-
learn it first. But
There's a lot of people that get to like level 12 or 13, they still don't have their bear form. So I'm wondering,
is it easier to kill things in bear form?
Well, you're kind of tanky, so
you're more survivable.
yeah, you'll take less damage. I don't know
so
if it's easier to kill
I should probably
things.
figure out how to properly play the druid, like all my other characters.
So I haven't used the gold farming guides yet, but they've got a bunch of gold farming guides that sound
Have
awesome.
you actually paid for this yet, or are you still on the free trial?
I was still using the free 1 to 30, but I'm going to get a subscription so that I can get the gold farming guides
gonna
because
use
I want
them
to start
your
using the
casual?
gold farming guides. I don't know if I can use my own promo code to sign up. I don't know how that works. So, but yeah, I want to get the gold farming guides because I want to farm gold for GDKPs on Benediction, and the guides actually sound like they work really well. Like I watched the video on their site and I was like, the video, like the demo video is all Burning Crusade. I'm assuming it's updated for Wrath of the Lich King. I'm assuming they have Wrath of the Lich King guides. It'd be kind of silly if they didn't. But yeah, it looks cool. Like I want to use those gold farming guides.
Yeah, they probably don't want to show you those ones for free.
Oh, maybe not, because they did show you a lot of the stuff in the video. Yeah, they hold back. See, that's business thinking there. So that was what we did with that. Did you do anything else? I know you didn't play much because we were away. I played my paladin. I was working on my
Raffle Mail.
right. I was working on my rep and stuff because I want to get my helm enchants
Raffle Mail.
with Ebb in Hand, and I need my shoulders enchants with Hodier, and there's a bunch of stuff I need.
Those are account based. We can send them over.
They're account based.
I think so.
Oh, so I've been grinding it up on another character unnecessarily?
Oh, dude. High five. Account based.
Oh, man, that's hard to bend your shoulder that
Oh, dude. That was like the
That
lamest.
was the lamest high five ever.
Here, high five for account based. Sam's going to step in for Josh because she's tougher. Ow.
That's assault, Sam.
He's weak.
That was a little bit of pepper in there. You put a little bit of pepper in that salt.
There was a little bit of pepper in that salt. What was that?
Hi, everybody. I'm today's guest star. I love you. No, sorry. You love me.
Okay.
Let's make a family.
I'll have to cut out all that
I don't
nonsense.
think that's the words.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
So, Sam, do you have anything to say this week?
No.
Sam, make yourself known on today's podcast. Let's sing a duet.
No.
With all three.
You've just been here to listen?
Let's sing a duet with all three of us.
That's a threeette.
Threesome. Triumvirate.
No.
Triad.
How do you... is there a word for... Is it trio? It's probably trio.
Trio.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm eating prunes.
Raffle Mow.
So, we're going to cut all that out. So,
Yeah, that breathing too.
all that nonsense.
Yeah.
So, what else do we want to... What else do we want to talk about today? Because...
Mere Casual News. We've redesigned our Discord.
Oh, yeah, let's go through the Mere Casuals news. Update people on stuff we've been doing.
So we organized, because we are doing other games and stuff, and we're planning on growing and expanding, because, I want to talk about YouTube as well, so remind me.
Growing and expanding is actually just a natural side effect to sitting around playing video games so much.
Right, so it's only natural. So we've sectioned off places.
We've updated the Discord, basically.
Yeah, I said it like there's multiple things, but we've sectioned off places.
And it's a work in progress.
Yeah.
So our Discord is growing. People have been joining our Discord, so more people join our Discord because we've started like playing other games with the people in our Discord. We hang out in WoW. We've been going and playing Valheim. There's other games we want to play. We've been having we just chatting about stuff. We've got some voice channels up there. We might even start start upgrading with like nitro stuff. I don't know how that works, but I know it's a thing that exists. So we've got the Discord. We've been playing some Valheim, which maybe we're gonna can't talk. We're gonna start doing some video game reviews.
What's podcast feed?
Some video. We're gonna link when I publish new episodes of the podcast. I'll put it in the podcast feed so people can one click and just grab the new podcast. Right? Yeah. There might be bonus stuff in there. Who knows? Probably not, because we won't get around to doing it. But who knows? And we're going to start doing video game review videos, which Valheim is probably going to be our first one. So we've been playing that a lot.
Yeah, and we've seen it. And we might even have a spot where you can submit suggestions for games for us to play. But I mean, we have Raft.
Raft was fun.
We could play
7 Days to Die. There's been a lot of talk in Discord about 7 Days to Die lately.
Apparently,
there's a new version of 7 Days to Die coming out very soon, which we'll probably give a shot, because I know a bunch of people in our Discord were talking about playing it as well.
Yeah. There's a game I have on Steam, which you folks can get, but we can try. It's a board game that I own that we've played, but the Waterdeep game, the Lords of Waterdeep, we can play that online and see how that goes.
A board game on Steam?
Yeah. But then we can also get together for some real live board games with our friend Brad. And and make videos of them. I was going to say that doesn't really involve any of the people we're talking to now, hanging out with Brad on a Friday, but and then we can do that. We can play our board games because we do some interesting things. That's what people like about us. It's not that our knowledge; they just like to see us fumble around and say stupid things.
People think we're interesting.
Yeah,
they like our banter.
We banter.
Yeah, which could lead me into this next thing that I wanted to mention: reviews. We could use. Do we get reviews?
No.
We can.
Okay.
We're willing to accept reviews.
Yeah.
So we've got, okay, you mean like podcast reviews, like people reviewing?
Just reviews in general.
So here's the thing with reviews. Apple Podcasts, you can leave reviews, right? But the majority of people listening, because I can see the stats, I know what you people are doing. The majority of people listening are listening on Spotify. Spotify, I don't think you can leave reviews, but you can leave a certain number of stars.
Everybody has to automatically leave 5, please.
We've gotten like 15 reviews, like star reviews on Spotify, and we're at a 4.9 average, which is pretty good. We're getting some good reviews.
Out of
15.
4.9 out of 15?
No, it's out of 5.
Oh, okay. So, high five for 4.9 out of 15. 5. Ow, that was my wrist. Ow. Okay, so
none of us are coordinated enough for a solid high five. So people have been leaving the stars on Spotify,
gotta hurt
which
you
we
too.
Appreciate. That's great. Leave us, if anybody even listens on Apple.
Hurt?
You scratched me or something.
I know, I'm sorry.
Do people use Apple? Like, I don't like Apple personally, but like, if people use Apple, leave us some reviews.
Yeah. Well,
send
more
us
people
some.
have Apple products
send us more comments and complaints in Discord. You know what? Join Discord just to tell us something you think we could do better.
So what I was going to say about Discord, we should add a bubble.
A bubble
for people who have questions for us, so it doesn't get lost in like general chat,
like a
or
chat
something.
channel for podcast questions.
Yeah, so it doesn't get lost in like general chat or something. We should just make a specific page for questions we can answer.
I will do that as soon as we're done recording.
And since we're doing that, I also want to add in the Valheim section, we should add screen captures or pictures, of your builds. You can post pictures of your builds.
Screenshots are cool.
So yes. So the reason I brought this up is that there's been a few reviews that I want to bring out to the forefront.
We have reviews?
Well, comments, reviews.
Are you talking about YouTube comments?
One. I have 2. One is YouTube. So
what's the other one?
Discord, our general chat.
See, I read that. What did someone say in general chat?
So we had somebody named Falcon Mick join our Discord, and I just love what he says. He says he loves the show. At first, I didn't get the point of the podcast and thought it was just a project to love. But the point of the product is 100% all about the hosts. The game doesn't even matter. It's your banter that makes the show worth watching.
How did I miss that?
I like the fact that people enjoy us because we're not too smart about the game.
No, I think people enjoy us in spite of the fact that we're not too smart of the game, not because we're not too smart about the game.
So we are enjoyable. So I truly enjoyed that compliment. I took it as a compliment. I truly enjoyed that feedback. And when it comes to YouTube,
I think that's a good rundown of our podcast. I think that's a common feeling. The whole I didn't get the point of this at first, but then it kind of grew on me.
Yeah.
Because
And then-
I don't. If I was to go back and listen, I wouldn't get the point of this either. But I mean, apparently it's enjoyable.
And then so I make the shorts on YouTube, and more people watch the shorts than they watch our content because it's just thrown out there randomly.
Because it's forced on people.
Yes. So there was a user, his name's Skirpie, Skurpie. He commented, and I won't say his short form, so I'm just going to say it out loud. He goes, "Why the fuck am I seeing this?" LMAO. Best comment ever. To which I responded, so it was
Blame math.
it was the short that dealt with your ghosts.
My ghosts?
Yeah, I said the spirits released from his medium guided you here.
Oh, is that when I opened talking about my trip to the medium?
Yeah, and when I make the YouTube of this, I will pop this little short into the thing. But yeah, just let people see our stuff, and they have no idea what it's about, and they're like, "Why the hell is this here?" And that's the point. We want to drag you in with this mysterious air that we produce.
We want people to listen to us and say, "What the heck are they talking about?"
And most of that mysterious air
And why
comes
are
from
they
Josh.
recording it? And why are they making me listen to it?
Yeah.
Sam's thinking, "Why am I here right now?"
So we should do a section going forward. A new podcast is the highlighted reviews of the week.
So
Well,
people just need to start.
We need to get more consistent reviews for that. What were you saying?
Nothing.
I started my sentence first, so you can go now. You can
We
say
just
your-
need people to actually leave the reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't take them with you.
So it took me until, I don't know, episode 20 to figure out how to even log on to Apple Music and see if we had any reviews. So it's a struggle trying to figure out how things work.
I love our followers, by the way. Just saying, they're enjoyable. A lot of them have joined us with some stuff.
Yeah.
Some people even we like yesterday. So we're in there. We're in Valheim, and Nektulf just came in and literally just wanted to listen to us play the game.
We were playing WoW.
we were playing WoW.
Were we playing WoW?
We were
Yeah.
playing WoW.
Valheim at the time.
No, we were playing WoW.
It was
we were,
us doing.
Oh, it was while we were
doing
Stockades, right.
and they're just enjoying listening to us. So we had Oogly in there with us as well. So
I think he was in there too when we were all getting killed as well.
Uli
Down at
was in
Red
there
Ridge.
because he was playing with us. He was in our Stockades run.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just good that we're now interacting. I love the interactions and
The
you guys are
interaction is
funny.
good, but here's the big but.
Sorry. She looked at it too.
People are welcome to join our Discord. In fact, we encourage it. And when you're in our Discord, we welcome you to join our voice chats when we're playing. In fact, we encourage it. But we have to put out a disclaimer that when listening to us live in Discord while we're playing, I am not able to censor Al. So I do not take responsibility for anything he says.
Also, we usually have screaming children in the background.
We sometimes have screaming children in the background.
And what I say is meant for comedic purposes only. Do not call the police.
Yes.
Well, they don't know where you live, so it's okay.
Yes, they do. They could go back and figure it out. I mean, if you listen to all the episodes, you could probably piece together where we live.
Did we dox ourselves?
I don't know.
Well, they don't know last names. They just know our names and the area we live in.
You know the area.
You're Smith, you're Murphy, and I'm Woods. I mean, come on.
Just random names. Why do we have different last names, Al?
I didn't change my name after we got married, obviously.
You didn't? You decided to stay with Smith?
Good point.
Either way. So
Because who wants to be a Murphy?
Oh, an important news.
was Murphy mine?
I don't know.
Important note also, the trailer is out for Dune Part 2. I think that's worth mentioning.
Yes. Nothing to do with anything we talk about on here, but cool fact.
Yeah.
So last night I went to bed with the intention of laying in bed and watching the Dune trailer because I saw it on my phone.
Because you wanted something pleasant to watch before you went to sleep.
No, I just wanted to watch it, and I wanted my headphones in because I wanted the full experience. I didn't want to watch it like sounding all hollow on my phone, sitting down here in this big open room.
Yeah, so
I went
out of
upstairs.
curiosity, how did you feel before you watched it? Like, were you watching something that didn't please you as much?
No.
Oh, you turned the
I
hockey
had
game
turned
off?
that off long before. And then I went upstairs and I put in my headphones and I forgot to look up the trailer and watch it, so I haven't seen it yet. But I'm sure it's amazing, and I want to see the movie.
There's two movies I'm absolutely looking forward to this year, and it is Dune Part 2.
They is. You said there's two movies, and it is. No, there's two, so they is.
They are.
They is.
It are?
They is, them are.
Gotcha. It's,
ASMR.
it identified as an it. Come on.
So what movies?
Dune Part 2 And
Did you not enjoy Dune Part 1?
I've looked forward to it in the past. I'm looking forward to new releases of Dune Part 2.
Oh, okay.
And actually, my daughter, she was over and she didn't even, I didn't even know this movie existed. So I said, oh, watch this. And I turned on Dune Part 1.
Is this Karen or the other one who I haven't made up a name for yet?
Frances, yes.
Okay.
So she started to watch it. And I urge you, if you're listening to this, Frances, you know who you are. You have my Crave subscription. Watch the rest of Dune because Part 2 is coming out. And the other one is...
Well, you must really be looking forward to it. Can't even remember.
Tetris.
Tetris.
Like the game?
The movie.
They made a movie based on Tetris.
They made a movie about Tetris.
Okay, so what?
See, that's what I thought too. I said, okay, this is going to be stupid. Because I'm thinking of Adam Sandler playing Centipede.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like,
so
what?
I watched the trailer.
It's not that, is it?
Adam
So I
Sandler
watched-
was not in the Centipede.
He was in the movie.
I want to see the Centipede because it's absolutely like B movie crap that we should watch.
Don't.
Are you talking about Human Centipede?
I think that's a movie too. Anyway,
Or is there a Centipede as well?
Tetris, I'm going, this is going to be stupid. So I watch the trailer and go, this is nothing like what I expected, and I actually want to watch it.
So what is the deal?
The deal is you watch the trailer.
I don't want to watch the trailer.
Take 2 minutes out of your time, watch the trailer.
I want a 2-minute brief rundown on what the movie is about, but I don't want to watch the trailer.
Oh, well, sucks to be you.
He's not going to explain the movie to me. So
It's on how they got it over to America and attached to the Game Boy.
like, did they ship it?
Because it's Russian, and it was right during the Cold War, so there's like a lot of espionage going on.
Tetris is Russian?
Yes.
I just thought it was Japanese.
You thought wrong. They had to get it out of Russia.
Weird.
Yeah. So there's interesting facts about it. I mean, I'm sure they expounded on some of these interesting facts to make it movie worthy, but it looks like the James Bond of video game movies.
It's a good thing the world has changed and Russia has improved and not done anything bad in the last 50 years
Well-
so that they can be trusted to ship video games out of their country now.
They didn't ship it out. They had to smuggle it out.
I kind of assumed.
You know what happens when you assume.
I'm right. So
He's never right.
I find it weird that he didn't know what a rancid remains was, but hey.
well, I can remember them. So should we finish this up so I have time to do some editing before I go to work?
We're only at an hour and 19 minutes. They're going to be so disappointed. You just overlap it. Play it twice.
Yeah,
we'll put
but
it on
we had a
loop.
slow week because we didn't have time to do anything.
I did more this week than I've done in a long time.
Well, then we'll have an exciting week, and we'll have more next week.
Yeah. So, what are we doing WoW this week? Valheim.
Well, we need to have that'll be a separate thing. That's a separate project, our Valheim thing.
That's going to be a video project, I think.
Video and audio. I meant to show you. I wanted to show you my 3-camera setup that I'm planning on doing for our video game videos.
I'm more interested in your tripod.
Well, I mean, I'm going to have a couple tripods.
You only have one, though.
No, I have multiple tripods.
Okay.
There's one in the basement. There's my upstairs tripod. I have tripods.
You have an upstairs tripod?
You didn't realize that your life has been filmed this whole time?
It's my tripod that's
I've seen
upstairs.
some interesting videos, Sam, and wow, that tattoo.
Which one?
Which one?
You know the one I'm talking about.
The one on my foot or my
How
arm?
did you get it put there? Isn't that like a very sensitive spot?
Top of your foot is a very sensitive spot for
top
a tattoo.
of the foot.
Oh, you have one on the top of your foot?
Yeah, the one you think looks dirty all
Yeah,
the
I just thought
time.
your foot was dirty. All right. That's outrageous.
Every...
Oh, why are you people still listening? It's been like 5 minutes of silence and or random stuff I edited in. We wanted to add a little blurb to the end of this just to make note and acknowledge the fact that it is Alan/Okona's birthday today. Sam, where's your microphone? Pick your microphone up and say happy birthday to Al.
Happy birthday, Alan.
Happy 60th birthday, Al.
Happy birthday, Al. Not 60th.
What? How old are you?
What's
61?
What's 3 times 17?
51.
Oh, okay.
So congratulations on not dying for 51 years in a row. Sam,
How's your shoulder?
Sing him happy birthday, Sam.
It's radiating a little bit of pain, but it's like very minor at this point.
It's in your mind, right?
Yes, it's always in my mind.
You going to sing
It
him
is,
happy
'cause
I'm
birthday?
not going to sing it.
Why aren't you going to sing it?
I'm not singing it.
Pain is always in your mind because it's going through the nerve endings and it goes up here and your mind translates what it is. So that's where the pain is. If you can change the language of your brain, pain will feel more like something else. Scientifically proven.
Sure.